Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I had planned to make this the first video of 2024, but as you know, we've been having fun posting some videos of us dancing and letting loose a bit. Those have been really fun videos to make, and we go back and rewatch them later and have a good laugh. Teresa's been laughing a lot lately, and it's good to see that. It really does fill my heart with happiness to see her in such good spirits. Teresa's actually started to giggle in her sleep. This has been going on for the last couple of weeks. I'm guessing she is having a good dream. Whatever the reason is, I'll certainly take it. The last one-on-one video I did, I summarized all of the events of last year. 2023 started out really rough, but by the end of the year, things had turned around quite a bit for the better. And so far this year, things have been good as well. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I believe the positive environment surrounding Teresa, as well as properly dosed medications and our daily routine, have contributed to a healthier state of her cognition. Now, I want to clarify that I do not believe that she is healing from Alzheimer's disease, but her overall cognition does change according to the level of interaction I have with her and the amount of peacefulness, comfort, security, and fun that she's having each day. I don't know how many videos that we're going to be doing this year or what those topics are going to be. The topics just come to mind as the journey progresses. And sometimes you guys drive the topics a bit by your questions and comments. Like today's video, some of you have been asking about baby Bella. And for anyone who missed that video, baby Bella is a lifelike reborn baby that Teresa's best friend shared, and I presented to Teresa while recording a video. What you saw in that video was as real as it gets. Cher and I had a feeling that Teresa would be excited, but really had no idea how things were going to play out. Teresa really took to the doll immediately, thinking it was a real baby, and it was a touching video. Many of you told me that the video melted your heart, you cried, and were very touched by it. It was also kind of sad for many of you, and for me and Cher as well, as we witnessed Teresa's decline in believing that it was a real baby. The purpose of giving her that doll was to provide Teresa with a sense of purpose, something to love, and provide her with joy. For quite some time, Teresa had a delusion of pregnancy. She would ask me to feel her baby bump, and would tell me when the baby was kicking. Teresa had been gaining weight due to the medication she was taking, and some of these meds were also causing her to have stomach aches and constipation. And I believe those factors were contributing to her delusion of pregnancy. There were times where Teresa would ask me where her baby was, thinking that she already delivered it. Other times she would ask me how far along she was in her pregnancy, and I would always tell her 4 months pregnant. And she always accepted that answer, and I continued to go with it. Now, back when Teresa was at memory care, I witnessed many other residents with baby dolls. I didn't get her one while she was there because I didn't think she was at a point where she would accept it as being real. I wanted to wait until the time was right, and I didn't want to deceive her. I wanted her to have a doll when I thought it would be most beneficial to her. I talked to my mom about the timing, and I talked to her best friend Cher, and a few others as well. We all agreed that now was a good time to give this a shot, and let's get it on video. And so back in October of last year, we did that, and everything just seemed to go well. Teresa fell in love with Bella, and it appeared to think it was real. Something that I want to point out about Teresa and the stage of dementia that she is in is that she is unable to fabricate an emotion, mislead somebody, or tell a lie. She may say something that is not correct, but it is not a lie. Teresa lacks the critical thinking skills needed to construct a fabrication. If you watch her closely in our videos, her facial expressions change frequently based on how she is feeling. Similar to a child, very young children have no conception of shame or guilt. They don't hide their emotions. And, Teresa just has a childlike innocence. And after a few days of toting Bella around, Teresa began to question if Bella was real. She would say, "Something's not right. She doesn't make noise. Her arm feels not right." Teresa would ask where her baby is, and I would leave the room and return with Bella, and she would say, "No, not that. My baby's." So I brought in her favorite cat, Bean, aka Hunter, into the room, and that did the trick. I was now certain that she was referring to her babies as our cats. And she also believes Hunter, which is our boy cat, is a little girl cat. When she asked me about where her babies are and what about the little girl, she is referring to Hunter. Now all this was confusing for some time because she thought she was pregnant for a while and was talking about babies, and she was also talking to her stuffed animals like they were real. So since she's dismissed Bella a few times, Bella now resides in her spare bedroom till there comes a time where I think it'd be appropriate to reintroduce her. Teresa does still talk to inanimate objects on occasion, like they were real animals or people. She'll even talk to blankets and pillows that have a design on them. She will sometimes stroke the pillow and tell it that it's sweet and ask if it's hungry. However, I normally just see this later in the evening when it's close to bedtime and she's very tired. So to conclude today's video, giving Teresa baby Bella was a bittersweet moment. Part of me was glad to see that she was happy and comforted by Bella, and I was hopeful that Bella would give her a new sense of purpose and something to care for her all to herself. It's also sad to see my wife so declined that she thought baby Bella was real at first. I wanted Teresa to decide if Bella was real and go from there. And that is what Cher and I did, and I'm actually happy that she doesn't need Bella right now and doesn't believe she's real. I want Teresa to be functioning at her most optimal level of cognition and happiness for as long as possible. My goal every day is to investigate what's working and what's not, and sometimes it's a trial and error thing. A lot of detective work goes into getting every aspect of her care dialed in, and it changes frequently. One other quick thing before I go, Teresa mostly remembers now that I am her husband. I put her wedding ring back on her finger, and that seems to make a difference. Sometimes she forgets, and I point at her ring, and that reminds her. I had taken it off her finger a while back because I was afraid of her losing it at memory care, but it's back on now. Alrighty guys, I appreciate all of your support and for coming along on this journey with us. Let me know in the comments what kind of topics you might be interested in hearing about next. I am thinking to ask Cher to do a one-on-one girl talk video with Teresa. I wouldn't be in that video. I'll go outside or leave the house for a little bit and just let Cher run the camera and they can talk and laugh about whatever they like. Well, that's all for now, guys. As always, I appreciate you watching. Take care and have a great day.